This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so we're talking about Jeezy, Fabolous, and the whole debacle that's going on with Big Meech, Little Meech, 50 Cent. It's very weird. It's like Big Meech came home, and, you know, we know he sold his life rights to 50 Cent to do... the BMF show, and 50 Cent gave his son an opportunity to act in it. That wasn't even part of the deal. 50 Cent did that on his own, and it worked out. 50 Cent took it upon himself to put his son through acting school and everything, and his son made reportedly $5 million off the roll, and that's besides what Big Meech and Southwest T made for consulting and the life rights, obviously, for Big Meech. Now, he comes home. You would think he'd be thankful. I mean, he even put up letters to 50 Cent showing he was grateful back in 2021. He was like, oh, man, nobody. He said it specifically to Little Meech. He was like, let's talk about the episodes. He was saying, I'm so happy you're acting. And then he also said right here, he said, we're 100% legitimate and successful path. He never owed us anything, but he gave us everything. He put in that in quotations. When almost all the sports, listen to this, all the sports and entertainers I've known most of my life never spoke up or helped us get on the path to legitimacy. Nobody did anything for them. But 50, he says, what 50 has done for us, to me, is priceless. Quotations, and there's nothing we, meaning you and I, Little Meech, won't do for him if ever needed. Well, that changed pretty quickly. He comes out, and 50 Cent meets up with him, and then shortly after that, he announces this concert. Who would you expect to be on this concert? You'd expect Fabolous, Jeezy, T.I. These are people that directly benefited from Big Meech. Fabolous was on top of the world, but Fabolous was getting a lot of money from BMF. He's in almost all their the music videos. He's in all their Raw Report stuff. He's in all their Smack DVDs. He's in everything. They really use Fabolous. And then Jeezy benefited in a different way. He was on his come up with his rap career. So he got access to flyer cars. He got to be around the lifestyle, which enhanced what he already, he was already doing his thing on his own, but it enhanced what he was doing. It looked like he was moving, 1,000 keys versus, maybe one, so it really made it look like something. And he was obviously getting money, and he was getting his music played in the clubs. Big Meech would pay for that. Then T.I. would get the same treatment. He would get his, music played in the clubs, and he had the relationship. But really, the two you would think is Jeezy. It helped him get a record deal. It did help him. And Jeezy showed love to his mom and stuff. Like, every time he goes to Detroit, he meets up with the mom. Okay, so he obviously knew the family on a deeper level. Even though Big Meech has dissed him from jail before. Fabolous, never hear anything. Nobody asks him about BMF. He never talks about it. So Big Meech comes home, and they don't have nothing for him. No money, no package, no welcome home, not even on the concert. Not even on the concert for free. Little Baby was on there. 21 Savage, Rick Ross, Sexy Red, as they said, 42 Doug, T Grizzly. Anyone after that, like anyone after Sexy Red, 21 Savage, and Little Baby is club acts. They can't do arenas. And they booked an arena. Okay? So Rick Ross comes through. Now, this is what I've been told. And this hasn't been told, we've only told it here, but I was told from someone that basically there's another rift happening that's not public, Big Meech wanted, well, he got rid of Tammy Cowens, and he wanted more like an executive producer role on the show where he was more involved and kind of like taking back his life rights. He thought 50 Cent was setting up the show for him to come home to. Because if you notice in that letter I put up, he says he set us up legitimate. Like he thought he was setting the show up for him to take over. That's not the case. So 50 Cent and him tried to work it out where, he was going to get, he was like, we're going to do spinoffs. We could do J-Bo. We could do this. We could do a documentary. We could do have more involvement on the season 5. He was trying to come up with things. Merch, walkthroughs. I can put you with this talent agency. You could do walkthroughs to an agency to represent you. So much stuff. And then Rick Ross came through, got in his ear, gave him some money, and then announced this show with everybody on it, right? And Rick Ross and him promoted it. That's when 50 Cent knew that he made a decision, because they were having a problem with it. He made a decision to go against him, because that's like a petty move. Like, I'm going to get with your enemy. Out of all the people, Rick Ross, right? Cool. Now, 50 Cent's been, as we've seen, been tormenting him. Little Meech, when 50 Cent started putting that pressure on, I think, and Yayo made it known that when they went and visited him, it was almost like Little Meech expected them to have, a welcome home package for him when they've given this family millions of dollars already and opportunities, and opportunity on top of it. So 50 Cent, he said 50 Cent's not that type of person. You got to work for the money. He's going to show love, and he's going to give you all the opportunity in the world. You just got to work for it. So, yeah, and they were complaining that Little Baby stopped by and didn't have any money on him. So people pulled out from the concert because 50 Cent was exposing that Big Meech assistant was a confidential informant, and some of Big Meech's friends got in trouble. Connect the dots, basically, So, 21 Savage bounced and so did Little Baby, I think. Baby Sexy Red too. I don't know. A couple of them. The Reno to ones backed out. I know Little Boosie's going around telling this story that the Fed shut it down. He wasn't even at the venue. He hadn't even gotten there yet. I know someone that's involved with it. Like it's on a promoter type level. A lot of money was lost on this because they were setting up for the show, and it was supposed to go on. But once the two major acts pulled out, they knew that people are going to be mad. They're coming to see 42 Doug and everything. It's like, okay, but maybe they came to see Little Baby or 21 Savage or Sexy Red, and one of them aren't there. It's going to be a problem. So they decided to cancel the whole show. Especially some other bigger promoters that were involved, not the smaller promoters. They didn't want their name to be tarnished, so they just took the loss. I mean, we're talking about a big loss, like $100,000, $200,000, amongst all the promoters that were involved in this. So yeah, like in a way, Fabolous dissed Jeezy. Fabolous dissed Big Meech, and Jeezy dissed Big Meech by not showing any love when he came home, and they benefited a lot. Those are the two people I've seen that benefited the most. Let alone all the people Big Meech made rich. I mean, there was a time when Big Meech was 100% Teflon, like his reputation. And he did put a lot of people on. He did make a lot of people millions of dollars. And none of those people were there anymore. I'm talking like, dealers that got out before him. They didn't even drop him nothing. $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, nothing. So, as we know, 50 Cent started a GoFundMe for Big Meech and has been it's been after him. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with this. But as Little Meech was hanging out with Rick Ross last night. Yeah, that's not good. That's another 50 Cent's done, bro. Let's just be honest. I don't think there's any coming back from this. and you can't just like sell it to them and take it over. It's not like an asset. It's like if the stars or anybody pulls out from it, it's over. You know, they want 50 involved, and 50 pulls out, it's done. He does have a contract with Stars though, so they didn't re-up for season 5. Maybe they're gonna just end it at season 4. They'll probably extend it. Oh no, they can't. They already shot it. Maybe they'll come in and shoot a couple episodes just to wrap it up, and 50 Cent will shelf it. It is what it is, man. I mean, you know, it's a weird turn of events. I'll tell you that much. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect all this. Anyways, he's going to be dropping the documentary on Big Meech and the Tay McCowan situation. We'll see how that goes. Do you think it'll even ever get done? I don't know. Is he just threatening it? Maybe. Anyways, I would have to say Big Meech and Little Meech, they tricked themselves out of a awesome opportunity, and Rick Ross was diabolical for getting in their ear and ruining their future with the BMF show and everything else that was going to come after that. Little Meech had a nice career in acting coming up, but it's a shame. It is a shame. This is Jordan Tower with JT News, and I'll check you on the next one. Peace.